Alright, hello. Welcome to the 2025 Mod Jam for Reassembly. I've received 4 submissions, one from Egg, one from Dot, one from Megalodon, and one from, well, me. And that's... I expected a little bit more, but that's okay because I looked at people's posts on Discord and they were just kind of tired, like, I didn't really want to do this, or I had something coming up. The unfortunate part about hosting this event in February is that this apparently coincides with a bunch of people's university midterms. And guess what age bracket most people in the Reassembly Discord are? So, as a result, 4 submissions. That's what we have. Now, if I will quickly just load them all up. 2, 4, 3. PayPal. 1828. Fleet Pal, 228, 2281, and where are you, CYC? There you go. So these are our 4 submissions. The theme of this mod jam was bugs, insects, or rune/decay. I can see some mods that are pretty obviously rune and some mods that are pretty obviously decay. I believe these are bugs, these are runes, and these are also runes. So let's go over them one by one, starting with Megalodon's faction. 1828. Oh, nope, wrong one. 243 and PAL 243. So what do we have here? 45-degree angle square. These are rotated. Ooh, I really like the runes on these things. Crumbling supports. Yeah, they're very self-explanatory. I imagine you can like maybe line them up if you place them right. Or maybe not. Super cool though. I like the shroud work. Oh, you also have them for triangles. You have a tractor. And we have... You know what these remind me of? These remind me of crystals, like ones you'd seen in a rock and gem show of some kind, where they look like they're a bunch of squares embedded on like a rock, because that's what they looked like when they were extracted from the ground. Mythical protection. I really like the lines on these things. They look so ornate, I guess is the proper word. Very golden. We have a darker gold too, for I assume like shading or something similar. Alright, what do we have for guns? Old school armament. Now the upside of having this few mods is that I can actually review all the mods with like greater detail. So, secondary armament, go. Long range. Pretty vanilla. Ray 12 per burst. So it's like a Terran autocannon kind of. Assault battery. Ooh, like a 4-shot burst. Actually, I like how that looks. It's like a stream of plasma. Long distance destruction. 2-shot burst. You know, vanilla, I've always wanted more 2-shot burst weapons. You know, the only 2-shot burst weapon in vanilla is the phaser for reds. I assume this is point defense? Yeah. You can always tell when a weapon is kind of point defense. Interesting. That's really high damage for point defense. Is it point defense? I've already forgotten. No, it isn't. Turret cannon. Wow, I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. We have a rocket. We have a rocket turret. Go. Are these shrouded? Oh yeah, they are. That's cool. They look just like the blocks from the faction. Spawn in an asteroid. What do you do? Nice, simple explosion. I do like factions that emphasize on consistency over flashiness. I've always had like a soft spot for just watching fleet battles and not having to second guess what's going on. And I presume that's our last weapon? Nope. 74p for a turret laser. Oh, so it's like a proton sword, but 1 by 1. That's actually really cool. Relatively simple weapons. Good. I really like the hull. And now let's look at the ships. Oh yeah, so remember what I was saying about the crystals earlier? Yeah, they look just like that. You can see the thrusters. Some of them are oriented to be turning. So there's no like differentiation between primary thrust and turning thrust. So they're both being used here in the same kind of role. Orange. We like orange. You know, I really like how the weapons kind of mesh together to create just this stream of plasma. Crunchy. Chunky. I like crunchy and chunky. Sounds like a 2000s TV show. Yeah, nice streams of plasma. I'll cover regions in the... Well, does this mod have regions? Let's check. It probably does. Yes, I have a few slots. I have time to cover regions because we only have 4 mods. Green plants. Ooh, Penrose. Oh no, these are just random asteroids. Can spawn anywhere. Not much special going on. Oh, wait. These are environmental? Hold on. Oh yeah, they are. So plants can just grow on any of the green bits. That's interesting. You could, if you were playing this faction, what you could do is you could go bum rush farmers and then have them launch seeds at you. Okay, that's Megalodon's mod. Really cool. I like the ornate and like crystal sort of things going on. That's rune decay, if you couldn't tell. Let's spawn them back in so I can save them. 243. Act, deact, export, heal site. Clear. Okay, our next mod is the Kxeziskiene Freenest. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that very well. Ooh, glowy. PAL 1828. So this mod is by Dot, and this is well, it uses rhombuses. I don't know what kind of... What does that effect? I don't know what kind of rose it is, because I'm not very good at like identifying different roses. I think this is the same or similar to the one used in Confluence? No, it's not. This is different. I don't know how it's different. Is it different? Maybe it's not different. I'm going insane. Very muted colors. Exoskeletal chitin alloy. So these are bugs. These are bug themed. Chitin. Delicate propulsion system delved from the warp drive and Kxeziskiene debris. Is this your thruster? Yeah, it is. Well, a maneuvering thruster of some kind. Huh. Ooh, I like these cosmetic blocks. So these are like energy cells, so they have like little green bits, and these are decorative vents. Every single faction in the world has vents. You can scale these. I really like how the scales look. It looks so alien. It's definitely a way to describe it. Which I assume is the goal, considering they are a bug faction. Biovents. Oh, you can't scale this one, but you can scale the other ones. Huh. I noticed that the stuff is all over the place, which, I mean, yeah, that's on theme for dot mods. Ion Barrager, Ion Beam. I like these shrouds. These are some really cool shrouds. I like the hexagon like vents here. Where is my infinite power block? Sorry that I have to spawn a bunch of junk and then destroy it immediately to use it. We have sounds. Cool sounds. I'm gonna turn down my volume to 100. Huh. So it shoots like little stars that phase out. That's cool. What do we have for this? Point defense. Oh, it's a little PD beam. PD beams, the thing with PD beams is that they look boring when they're alone, but when they're in mass, like a whole bunch of them, that's when they start looking cool. More armor, more hull. We like those. Ooh, I like these thrusters. You know what these thrusters look like? Da, 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 da. They have this sort of shape going on with the vanilla thruster, except they're like packed into like a bunch of like a little like almost spherical like engine, not nacelle. I don't know what the proper term is for what this would be here, but it looks like just a whole bunch of these packed into like a smaller space, which I think is cool. Heh. Vanilla shapes are always weird. Goodbye, farmer. Goodbye, you. More armor. Okay, so there is differences besides the color. These generate thrust. Huh, so that's how they're lightweight then, I suppose. Melee. The interesting thing about melee, even if it's like a really low modifier, is that it completely nullifies all collision damage, but also it makes stuff a target. So if you see this, if it's just floating around, like if I spawn in like an interceptor, it will just shoot it. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, gosh darn it. It took a gun. I'm upset. This is not how this is supposed to go. Get me my power block again, please. I see some guns. One thing I really like is the shroud work. These look so cool. I really like the dots here and like the what I assume are some kind of a like power bank or something. What is this? Yeah, it's a railgun. So a power bank. Go, my railgun. Charging. Ooh, I like the that's a big charge. I love sounds. Audio.lua is one of my favorite parts of any mod, so hearing these sounds, like the ones in Confluences too, always make me really happy. I try not to be too biased, but I do like mods with like sounds. Because when I fire something, I love to just feel the impact, if you know what I mean. Another gun. Multi-barrel. These guns are very powerful. Dot mentioned to me that this mod was not particularly balanced to vanilla, which is fine because that just means it's cooler, but that is a fair... Ooh, I like how these look. That's a fair, notable, like, warning to not expect fair fights. We have more vents. We have another gun. We like guns. Bigger rail artillery of some kind. What are you? Another rail. I do like how all of the similar guns in this faction have like a similar shroud like theme going on. So these are both explosive batteries, similar shrouds. Are they scales? Maybe. I can't see. Well, they have the same name. And these are both rail artilleries, and they have the same like gun barrel style, which looks really cool, and the same dots and power banks. So what do you do? What's your Schmidt? 2 KP for this. Oh. Can I fire again? Love frag magic. Love me big gun. Love me big rail. Love me big boom. Very happy. It has like a gravitaic effect. It like pulls things in. Cool frag magic. Cool lore. If I didn't read it. We have decorative lights. This is something that I've wanted a lot more modders to use ever since I learned how to do it with Mechine Monolith, is just have these decorative lights with width inf, because that means that the laser doesn't actually hit shields, so it will always glow. Because there's a bug with lasers where if they have a width that's too high, it won't hit anything. Oh, I love these pulse. What are these? Shielding. Invisible shielding. Power block. Let's spawn in a. Let's get a gun. You, coal gun. That's cool. Long range. Like the effect. These sounds hit hard. I like these. What are these? These like little capacitor things. Like the stripes. Every single gun in this faction has like a similar sort of theme going on, which I really appreciate. I like how this coil gun, which is like an intermediary between the railgun and the explosive battery, has the sort of like shroud like system that the explosive batteries do. If you like these big octagons and these small octagons, but it has the capacitor banks of the railgun. Now let's look at the ships, which I may have blown up a few, just a fair warning, but you got to see them, and they look really cool. They're very glowy. I like that. I like these like maneuvering Huh. Not really big thruster plumes. Are these lightweight? What's their density? Oh, these are no, these are like normal vanilla density. I wonder why the thrusters are so small. But yeah, you can see like the little blinkers everywhere. You can see like the lights from the shield generators. You can That's something that we can do with our current modding knowledge that people in the past couldn't do, and that makes our factions way more like flashy and alive than previous factions. Like if I spawned in an ADS ship, which I currently don't have any enabled, then you wouldn't see any of these flashy bits. It would just be like a dull exterior, which would still look super cool, but imagine if it flashed. Station. I really like the asymmetry. I really like the constant lights too. Just like a constant, like, well, light. I'm great at commentary. Drone base. We have fighters. The nice thing about this is that I can just pilot a drone. Oh, it's a little beam. And it died. Rest in peace. What are these? Dead. Oh, they're like a bomber. Oh, I love that frag. That's a cool bomb. Vents, that sort of thing. I really like all of these cosmetic blocks. They really come together to make the whole thing look cool. Also, these bio vents, because of the outlines, they sort of turn into a different color when you zoom out, which I think is cool. I also love the ship style. These remind me of not reds, but I believe there is a faction which had Penrose and it looked like this. I don't remember the name. I'm going to have a lot of fun playing this faction. And we have this. I love Black Hole. Yes. So this is probably the thumbnail of the mod, because if you took this and put it into the Steam Workshop, you would get several 100,000 downloads. That's a lie. No, not enough people play Reassembly. Everyone playing Reassembly would download the mod. Again, masterful use of just these like vents and stuff. I would love how they look. We can also talk about the frag. We could. If you can see from each stage, bullets are phasing in here with a very low alpha value, then gradually growing as they approach the black hole, maybe like a few stages, and then they just turn into this. I believe this is a separate frag doing this, but they turn into like this blue ring, and then there's this constant line of projectiles around the event horizon that creates that sort of blackness you see in the center. And then there's these matter siphons, which are just creating this super cool chain effect, kind of like holding in place. What an awesome frag. I wonder what is causing this effect. I know this looks cool anyways, but I wonder what's causing it regardless. Like how these look like cities almost. So yeah, that's what is this mod called? The Kxeziskiene Freenest. The Freenest. The Freenest. Alright, Dot. For next mod jam, what are you developing the paid nest? Sorry. We got drones. Very cool stuff. I really like the sounds. I really like the frags. I really like the looks of the ships and the feels of the guns. Everything's just align perfectly. Alright, next mod. The CYC Military Division. Now, I remember something with this mod. This is by Egg. Egg makes slow mods. Those are cool. But back in the day, I really liked fast things. I really liked the ability to dodge. I really liked the ability to just strafe around a target and attack its weakest point. So whenever I played an Egg mod, I'd always get like kind of upset that I couldn't do that. This apparently is different. This is their newest and fastest mod. Egg said I should try and pronounce the whole thing. I don't remember what the whole thing is called, so let me just see the workshop. Oh, right, the Kxeziskiene Corporation, or Cir-Yzzava, whatever it is. Let's look at the palette. Colorful, very colorful. Chitin, these are bug mods. You can always tell when it's a bug mod when it has the chitin. Is this the same Penrose style that was used in the previous mod? Oh yeah, it is. Well, different. It has these triangles. These are not in the other one. But once again, yeah, it's a custom sort of rose, which aligns well. At least I think it is. Yeah, probably. We've got colors. I like how they fade. I like the use of it fading from blue to red, I presume. Cyan orange gradient. Yeah, gradient blocks are cool. People, when they made mods back in like the 2020s, like 2019, 2020, 20, like whatever, around that time, they were very opposed to gradients. But when used well, they're very cool. I think the reason why they're opposed to it is actually because the shaders mod at the time, which was Splinter's SGO, was very bad with gradients. Power node. These look like tires. You can make a car using this mod, just saying. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So these are torques. So these are like gyroscopes and also power generation. That's really cool. I like the nonagonal sort of things. I wonder how you build with these. I will see in a moment. So these are rotating engines. So they have I don't think they have a rotator limit. Are they? Or are they fixed? Hold on. No, they're rotating. Huh. It's cool. We have more engines. These ones are fixed, but they use the rotating limit bug to always face forward. At least I believe that's, yeah. So even when it's like facing somewhere, like the block itself is facing somewhere completely different, the engine is still facing forward. And these are invisible, so you can attach them like seamlessly on the outside, which is super cool. We have beta wings. What are these? Are these? What are these? I don't know what these are. Where did I put the command? Oh, hi. Oh, lasers. So those are, yeah, the always fire lasers things. Cosmetic lasers are cool. Do you use width equals infinite is the question of the day. I cannot see the laser defined. Oh, because I'm stupid, because it's not a laser. It's a cannon. It has the cannon shape. That's cool. I thought it was a laser. I'm dumb. This is a mod jam. Hunter gun, transverse gun, flak turret. We've got some weapons, some firearms. I don't trust that I'll be able to fire them without power, so I will just get my power block and fire them, because I like watching guns fire. Ooh, asymmetry. I like that. I actually really like that. Okay, so these are limited. These are like broadsides almost. You place these on the sides of the ship. Ooh, I love high velocity guns. Looks so cool. Does it have any effects on hit? No, but well, it has a little splash, but it looks super cool regardless. 24k DPS. I don't think that's quite the case. The hunter gun. What's this about? Basic short-range armor stripper. Explosive. I like the frag effect this has, where it looks like a little fan. That's cool. Flak turrets. We know what flak does. Ooh, so this is like a radial flak cannon, and it explodes in proximity. That's cool. It looks like a little like wave of sorts. Yeah, you could. So that how this was done, probably you have a velocity stage, then you frag out like a lot with a high muzzle velo, and then you immediately create another visible stage that nullifies all the velocity by traveling back towards the center of the same velocity. Unless this uses absolute, which I can't tell if I'm standing stationary on this block. We have more guns. Big lance. Frag beam. I like the sparkly effects. Frag beams are always weird when they hit stuff. Yeah. So this will pierce through armor, most likely. Yep. Interesting. Ooh, drones. We love drones. They look like little seeds. Are these blueprint? They have to be. What are you? Oh, you're just a little cute drone. Hey, let little child, let me. Ooh. Huh. Cool frag. If you have a swarm of these, what they're gonna do because of that effect where they bounce is they're just gonna attack an enemy, and then they're just gonna immediately get back out of range, and then it'll sort of be like a carousel of death, and that's cool. Big drone. And you're always firing. These are so cool. They actually do look like little bugs when they do that. Those are like the wings, and that's the extremely long mosquito proboscis you use to probe into your enemy's skulls, as you do. And then reactors. Or factory. I like how these look. These look like little fans. Very cool. Let's look at the ships. Oh yeah, here you can see the gradient effect being used better than I could demonstrate it, with its sort of changing color as I look at them. If you take a screenshot of these, be sure to get it on the best color palette you see. What? Huh. I never covered the autocannon turret. That's cool. And what's the other gun being fired here? There's something being fired here that I cannot see. Well, whatever it is. Oh. Are you? No. Oh, directional point defense. That's cool. I like thin lasers that rapidly shift to look at new targets. I could have swore there's another weapon. Oh, Soliton torpedo launcher. Ooh. Egg was showing off this weapon in a bunch of ship channels because it looks super cool. It's using explosive zero radius explosive stages to seamlessly frag into a faster stage, which grows and then explodes, which is super cool. It looks like an actual like mortar or like a like artillery. I don't know if the AI is going to use these very well, but the player definitely can. Also, these guys have a explosive color. You can see how it's sort of pink and green to match their pink and, well, not pink and greenness, but just their colors, I guess. So these are some pretty fast ships, yeah. Well, some of them. This boy's fast. You're somewhat fast. That's a lie. That thing wasn't very fast at all. But yeah, these guys turn very well. So yeah, very out of line for egg mods, where normally it's extremely slow. Slow can be cool. I like fast. I am very biased. So yeah, that's the Cir-Yzzava Corporation. Very cool. I believe these are bugs. Yeah. Oh, you can see the tachyon lens here. That's a super cool mounting point. Looks like a I don't know. You know what this looks like? If I spawn like an interceptor or something, this looks like a boss in a shoot 'em up game. Or like if one of its attacks is a big beam down the center. Kxeziskiene. All right, next mod. Oh, I didn't cover the. Hmm. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I probably should have covered the regions of the mods. Whoops. Me, when I am dumb. I remember Dot put a lot of effort into the looks of this faction. Oh yeah, look at this. This is a scrapyard. This is a very cool scrapyard. You've got even like big clouds of stuff. Kinda laggy. Oh, but you can see what's going on here. They're shooting the scrap because it has melee equals. Unsure if that's intended or not. Oh, they are just another faction too. I remember there's a unique that's supposed to spawn if I travel in further. I do not want to waste your time. So I will activate extremely fast travel drives. So these are subregions. See if it spawns anything. Or is it just like a barren wreck? Oh. Look at that. Look at those blinkers, look at those just like broken shards. It's like a dilapidated construct. Ice. That is ruin. That is decay. That is cool. Look at that. Absolutely no plants in the region too, which is interesting. Oh. So yeah, these are where the ring worlds are, and they're all like broken. Most of them anyways. I'm going to fly into the black hole. I'm not sure what I expected. I needed to do that. I'm so sorry. Oh, right. Goodbye, Kepler's stress test. Single color. I do not alter colors when I'm looking at these mods because I do not rate them based on how well they color because my mods don't color. Yeah, look at these dudes. These are fast. Pink plants. Pinky. Do we have subregions? No, that's just Temporum High Council. Don't go there. Look at that. That's cool. So yeah, these are much faster. Oh, very fast. I can hardly control this. It doesn't seem like there's much going on in these regions besides the asteroids and plants, but still, very cool. You don't need to put effort into your regions, but when you do, it's super cool. Fortresses. Huh. Yeah, there's some stuff. Very cool. Alright, the last faction to cover is by me. This is PRISM Dynamics. So this mod, it's not that great. I was very rushed. I had like a few days to create a mod because I didn't do anything until the final weeks of the mod jam. So this is what we have. We have a bunch of hull, including these hexagon tries that were my idea, but Egg made them, so props to them. A lot of them in different colors. We've got gray, we've got blue, we've got dark blue, and we've got white. Over here we have the thrusters. These can turn on a dime. If I get a command here, you can sort of see it in action, maybe a bit better. Yeah, you can sort of see them like move around and wiggle a bit. These use the same bug that the egg thrusters use, except they don't have 0 turn limit. They have 0.63, which I believe is pi divided by 5, or something similar. I actually like this looks. That's cute. Maybe for like a drone. Sorry. We've got bigger ones with just more going on. We've got these. These are where the theme from this mod comes from. So you might have noticed these are not very Rune and Decay, but they're also not very bugs. These are the bugs. This is the infestation node, and this is the bug deployer. This one makes ships fly around like bugs, and they're all faction ships that use this block or multi-core, and this just deploys a swarm of bugs you'll see later. We've got power towers. These are generators. You attach them on the end of your ship. They just look like that. They use a laser effect, which travels alongside the spine of the block. I think they look cool. I'm not sure. We have guns. We have firearms. Something to note is that none of the blocks in this faction really use like power or our point balance because I simply didn't have time to do either. Like these blocks were designed like at 11 last night and like 11:30. I straight up did not have time. I probably should turn auto aim off. Pretty simple. We've got a big gun. You can make it small, so it's a small gun. It has like a cluster bomb sort of frag effect. Or you can do a big meaty explosion, which I can do against a rock, which spews out shards when it impacts. We have these. What these do is these are proximity, and they frag into a swarm of little shards, which do huge damage to shields. You have a bigger version too, which just sprays it around. We have these. These are nano-assembler beams. What they do is they do a lot of healing. A lot. This faction has somewhat okay armor, no shields, so its main defense comes from just being healed a lot by allies. You can see the healing rate is very high. And there's a bigger version, which has infinite turret speed, and is used exclusively by a station. We have this. This is a mine launcher. It doesn't launch like actual, like real mines, but what it does is it frags into a big explosion, which deploys them everywhere where ships aren't, using a pretty cool frag procs chain. And then on contact, explodes. It lingers around for a little bit, which I think is cool, but it does make a pretty obnoxious noise when it ends. You also have noticed that I have no audio.lua. I simply did not have time for that. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure why I'm just going up there. And we have missiles. Pew. They have these pretty cool flare effects. The problem is that the flare effects take up a lot of projectiles. I like how they look regardless. I think they look super cool. Definitely one of my favorite weapons from this. We also have this thing. It'll take a little while to regenerate. Do I have anything I missed? You. This is a hold on. This is like one of those Alpha style lasers where it's a whole bunch of small beams, as you can see, that combine into one solid line. It's not very visible when you have a few of them, but it becomes a lot more visible when you have more than a few of them. You can sort of see how it fans out like that. And these can target multiple things at once instantly. Now for this. Let me get a target. I didn't really have much time to create like cool fancy particle effects, so this just has a pretty simple trail going on, and then it turns into a explosion lifted directly from aspects of the scarlet of the flame. I really said that very poorly. Pretty simple. Pretty small. Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. Oh right, point defense. But those are on the ships. I could just do this. You can also see the point events here. I put some effort into the shrouds. Like I think they look decently cool, but there's sometimes misaligned stuff. The only shroud I'm kind of unhappy with is the nano assembler. I think it needs more work. Some of the guns don't have shrouds, like the swordfish and the retaliator mine layer. But for the weapons I did give shrouds, I'm actually kind of happy with how they look. And this is the point events. Very rapid fire, very high velocity. The ships are a bit of a hodgepodge. Some of them, I don't think any of them have the same sort of building style. Some of them look more like actual ships, some of them look more like bugs, some of them have like weird like fanned out bits. There's a lot of stations. I think there's a few stations. I think the stations look cool. This is my favorite ship. It's still a hodgepodge, but I think I like how it looks the most. It looks like an actual like ship from that took a lot more effort to build than it actually did. I'll just say that. You may also notice that despite it having huge like vessels, the thrust effect, whatever, the thrust is the small color. This is because they're a very lightweight faction. You can see like this big hexagon, and has the same mass as one of those squares from another faction. This is mostly just because I think it's cool to have lightweight factions that get thrown around a lot sometimes. Big ol' ship. Looks like a bird. That is the uninfected side, the one that doesn't have the bug theme. So let me quickly spawn the ones that do. 2281. You can actually see the bug swarms sort of in effect. They always deploy, but if they don't have a target, they will just kind of sit around like that, which is unfortunate. What they're supposed to do, if I maybe like spawn in like a target, is that they will go towards it and they will create like swarms almost. These don't look very good in sandbox. They work best in campaign. They don't. They kind of work in tournament mode. You might see it swarm a little bit. You also saw how mobile that is. These use a really weird combination of fin force and like rotator thrust to sort of zip around all over the place. I think it makes them look cool. It also makes them act like actual bugs. The bugs are the small things, and these are just like ships that are completely infested by them. I didn't figure out how to get rid of the core halo, unfortunately. I tried a lot of methods, but I just couldn't do it. So instead, we can just do this. There we go. Alright, so let me get the other factions. 228. I think I already have those, so 1828. I'm not going to include this because, well, I don't think it should be included. Export. Buggy. Clear. Import. Nope. 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 3PAL. CYC. 5078. Export. Buggy. 2. Alright. Tournament mode. I'm going to put all of these in a pool so we can watch them fight. Am I missing any? Oh yeah. Alright. You'll see them move around a lot. Ooh, I love those high velocity guns. They look so cool. The station moving is kind of terrifying. I'm gonna turn down my game audio slightly. Sorry. Sorry for that. In we go again. I love how all the effects work. It's kind of messy, but it's super cool anyways. You can see their PD in action. It's directional, shooting down missiles. See if they have enough PD to shoot down all the missiles. Bigger problems, actually. Oh, you can sort of see the bugs now. They swarm everywhere and they try to heal things. In tournament mode, they kind of do this, which I don't know why that's the case. Oh well. Still kind of works. They're supposed to heal, like, friendly infested ships. Oh, we're spinning apparently. That's not tournament legal. Oh, that might not. That looks like it hurt a bit. PRISM Dynamics is not very balanced, by the way. Fair warning. I really like how these egg ships look. Uh-oh. Oh no. I didn't know the missile could do that. Don't get stuck on each other. Go, drones. Drones might not be very effective. Nope. Not against the stupid big old point defense station. Love how these guns look. Yes, let's get the resources from our friends' corpses. Okay, this match is a lot less either goes. It is a lot more one-sided. Uh-oh. Whatever, go my swarm. I love how these look. Love the gradients, and I love the like int lines of sorts. I think Zero Division does something similar. Not a particularly fair fight. Because the infested bugs swing around their ships so much, they can't really remain on target for long, so the only thing that hits consistently is the missiles. Well, that's enough. Next battle. Versus the uninfested. These might be a bit easier to hit, but they will fire more of their weapons, and they also get the mine layer. The game has slowed down pretty heavily, though. Okay, this is significantly less fair than I thought it'd be. Huh. Maybe my mod is very, very poorly balanced. Just got a feeling. We know how this is going to go. Well, rest in peace to that thing. Maybe I should add a little shield that like indicates what the range of the laser is, so you don't wander into the death zone by accident. Not a shield, like a shroud. You can see the thrusters in action. Even the really large ships are very mobile. No! Run, little bug. Alright, Egg Mod versus Megalodons. Thulecite. Vanilla, almost vanilla, very cool looking ships versus that. You got this. Fire your plasma shots. Okay, maybe you don't got this. I don't think he got this. Poor thing. Alright, this might be a bit more of a fair fight. Freenest versus Corporation. Get prepared to hear sounds. Love the lasers. Huge barrages of weapons from both sides. Are those cluster launchers? No, there's just a lot of them. You got this. Dodge all the shots. Okay, there's a lot of shots to dodge, I admit that much. Maybe it's a bit less fair than I thought it'd be. So be it. I like watching ships shoot each other. Oh, that big railgun just obliterated one of the Corporation ships. Go, flak cannons. You can also see the torpedoes in action, sort of. Covering the battlefield in a barrage of plasma. Incoming railgun that's gonna shoot this thing and hit it. Ooh, it has like a big old laser down the middle, that's cool. Gone. Creature destroyed. Rest in peace. Love how these look. My two mods fighting. Or, same mod really. Not sure if I should show this, but it'll take a long time. I might. Because the infested and the non-infested are two separate factions that, if I designed a region Zalua, they'd be fighting. But I don't have a region Zalua for this faction. Goodbye. Well, that was a wombo combo and a half. Jesus. I don't have much commentary to provide for because there's not much to commentate on that the ships don't really say themselves. Whoa, he's shooting down missiles with his big old laser array. Looks like the normal ships are winning. Oh. Maybe not. That's still alive, jeez. What a terrifying thing. One of the ideas I had for the Infested that I was going to do if I had more time was I was going to make the bigger ships chunk into like smaller ships using a bunch of well-placed one-use burst shields. That, however, did not happen. And now we just have this running around, which is what I kind of wanted to prevent. At least it's dead now. The creature. Infested wins, apparently. Oh, I guess, yeah, they would have won. Oh. Minefield's in play. This time it's the friendly laser ship that's actually doing some sizable work. You can see that the mine layer was sort of designed against the Infested itself because, well, if you're flying so fast and you have no real way to control your momentum like on the dime, then you will just run into landmines or space mines. This is looking like a normal ship victory, which means we have to go to round 3. In we go again. I might just try and design like a more proper faction that uses this sort of like style where it's all about powerful fighters with like healing lasers and boosting lasers on the battleships. Designed to just support the fighters while they accomplish their goals. I don't think I know any factions that put like a huge amount of emphasis on their fighter designs over their larger ships. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can smell the simple fact that this is going to be like a multi-gigabyte recording. Alright, the Infested have a single ship left, and it's the capital. Might be a problem. I might need to, like, if I work on these, which I probably won't, I'll probably have to decrease, like, how fast they are, because it is kind of unfair. This is an Infested win. I believe this is the Infested. Yeah, Infested versus Thulecite. Not very fair. If I had a more vanilla opponent, I'd love to see their battle versus Thulecite, because I think this is the coolest, like, vanilla balanced faction that we have. Definitely do consider adding this to your mod list, Thulecite. That small ship just got obliterated. What is there to say? This might be a more interesting fight, but it might not be. Infested versus Freenest. Note that they have shields, so that means the shield killer weapons are actually doing the job. And for the Freenest, they have a lot of like high explosive like saturation weapons, as well as huge damage railguns. I love this sort of defensive net that's going on with every single ship just supporting each other. None of them are going off on their own independent like journeys. Turn, boy. It might look like in points that the infested are winning, but that's a lie because the faction PRISM Dynamics is not point balanced. Absolutely not. In fact, not even the reactors work. I assume there's like flak cans of some kind. Can the Freenest take out this big old ship? Maybe this thing can. Oh, you have a good shot lining up. Come on. No. Just out of the way. I love the railgun batteries. I like how they look like significantly different from all the other weapons. You can see like which shots are just gonna break the hell out of your ship. You can see the resources everywhere. Oh, spread fire. Spread fire saves the day. Those chunks have no weapons. What's the last ship? Oh, this thing. Apparently hasn't lost its main core yet. And ejected a baby of some kind. Uh-oh. Railgun? Nice. Apparently got taken out. Of course, in campaign, that wouldn't count as a victory because they'd still be alive, but in tournament mode, if the main core gets taken out, then it counts as the ship being destroyed. You can see here this ship still has 2 cores, but the 3rd core, which is its main core, got destroyed. Question of the day in this battle is, do the Freenest's railgun batteries hit? I originally was going to have a lot more streaming gadgets, I guess I can call them, but I ended up not having any of those and just having a good old like recording session. It might be more nostalgic to the people who were playing back in like 2018 and 2017 when the really fancy stream setups weren't the norm. DRT anyways. I do like small radius explosions, just the field of fire they create. I can't tell who's winning. Definitely like how these guys look. What are the bugs doing? Oh. That's a dead ship. Looks like another Freenest win. You never know, though. I like these missiles. Or are they drones? I think they're oh, they're drones. Eh, it doesn't really matter. A drone is just a missile that doesn't hit the enemy and instead just shoots the enemy. That's why missile drones are so funny. It's like a launchable deploying another launchable. What if you had made a drone that shot out mines that, when nearby an enemy, they exploded and deployed a bunch of missiles? I think that wouldn't work because you'd have a missile launching mines because death features equals launcher doesn't work. Talking level is catastrophic today. Something just got hit by a big shot. That shot really slowed down that ship, which might mean it gets hit by a railgun. Or ships, rather. Apparently that's two ships. But they're stuck on each other, somehow. So now it's one ship. You know what? That's on theme. That's what I should have done. I should have just created, like... Well, no, I made the infested in 20 minutes. I had the block lying around for a week, though. I probably had enough time to do cool things with them. This match is gonna go to time. Kepler is always managing to miss all the action with his fantastic camera work. I apologize at the beginning of the stream for being so... Well, not stream, YouTube video, for being so all over the place and forgetting things like weapons and regions. You can tell a battle is taking a very long time when I have nothing to talk about except the beginning of the damn video. Freenest victory. And uninfested versus Thulecite. This won't be very fair. I need to make these guys fight like my farmer save or something. Like my old one. The minefields make the game chug. Too many particles. Uninfected versus Freenest. This will be a Freenest victory, most likely. Love the point fits. This will be an interesting thing to take on. Or not. Freenest cares not about your gimmicks. Sucks to be that guy. I think all of the capital ships managed to get stuck on each other all at once, which is amusing. If you wanted to do like a healing faction like this, you do disrupt time equals 0, so that enemy fire straight up wouldn't like cause any. What am I even saying? Okay. If you wanted to do a faction which had healing as its main defensive gimmick, you would set the disrupt time to 0. Disrupt time is the amount of time between being hit and being able to regenerate. Normally for vanilla faction they would think it's like 3 or 2 or something, and for these guys it's also 2. It's a lot of resources in the middle. I wonder who's going to grab those. Oh, that thing just got split. Come on, fire another Rogue shot. Yeah. Yeah, you're not healing that. Uh-oh. Just out of range. Will the Freenest be slowly whittled down by missiles? Or quickly, if that one hits. Nope. Hey, the mine-laying ship is dead. Means we can see the battle again. If that capital ship gets in range, it might be over. The external shields on this faction are pretty capable of resisting damage. Freenest is taking on the stations, though. A little small ship has flanked around, and then he got obliterated. Mostly fighters left, and fighters aren't going to do any good against a Freenest capital. I think against all odds, Freenest are gonna pull this one out. Unless they, well, you have to hit that ship. Good job. Now it's just the stations left, and the stations, well, you've got railguns. You know, That doesn't have any offensive weapons. You can go to range. Okay, take your time. Let it regenerate, sure. How is it still alive? That's the core right there. Point victory. Alright, and now for the least fair fight. Freenest versus Thulecite. Well, can't say I wasn't expecting anything else. I think Thulecite is balanced to vanilla, so instead of doing this match again, because we know who's going to win, I'm going to put Thulecite up against one of my vanilla saves. Removing all the defenses. One of my older saves, actually. That's a lot. That's a big P difference. Let me just remove some capital ships. Cool. Terran versus... Yeah, my favorite part of the mod gem is vanilla Terran. Maybe we'll see them fight better. Does this faction have 0 point defense? Oh, that might be why they're losing so bad against vanilla Terran. Hold on. I'm gonna look at this missile. No, it has point defense, but not very fast. Does it? I'm not sure. Now I'm just confusing myself. Oh well. So that was the 2025 Mod Jam. I'm so happy that 3 of you guys submitted. The mods you made are super, super cool. I can't pick a favorite because I like them all. I like Freenest a lot. It was a huge pleasure to be able to host this event, and I'm super happy that you guys submitted. I might host another one in the next year. I'm not sure. If I do host another one, it won't be in February because, well, all the people in university which also make cool mods had midterms in February. Unfortunate how that coincides. Thank you very much for watching.